Every day after getting my lunch, I never ate it. Instead, I secretly ate the teacher's leftovers. When the truth came out, the whole school burst into tears. The teacher called me over to scold me, asked where my own lunch had gone. I just kept nodding, saying I would never do it again. Then I ran out of the room, worried. The teacher followed me quietly. Outside, she finally saw. I gave all my food to my mentally challenged dad. I explained to her, 6 months ago my dad had a work injury and hurt his head. If I ate the food, there would be nothing left for him. The teacher asked about my mom. I told her I never had one, but what I didn't know was that my mom was actually the daughter of the richest family. 6 years ago, she broke off with her family just to be with my dad. But during childbirth, she had massive bleeding. My dad couldn't afford the surgery, so he begged the rich family for help. He promised them, if they saved my mom, he would take the unborn child and disappear. When my mom woke up, the doctor told her the baby had died and that my dad ran off because of the hospital bills. So she returned to her family, never trusting any man again. She never knew. My dad raised me alone, working hard at construction sites, until 6 months ago, when he hit his head and became mentally disabled. After hearing this, the teacher finally understood why I had become withdrawn and why the light in my eyes had faded, because I had to care not only for myself, but also for my dad. The teacher quickly pulled me back, wanting to get me another lunch, but as soon as we entered the classroom, all my classmates gave me their food. Looking at that scene, I bowed deeply to everyone. Then the teacher shared good news.
A neurosurgery expert had come to the hospital, and wherever he went, he would treat one patient for free. She told me to take my dad and try our luck. Soon I brought my dad to the hospital, but I accidentally bumped into a woman. I didn't know she was my mother. She stared at my dad in shock, almost reached out to touch his face, because he looked just like the man she once loved. But then she thought, how could that man become a beggar? So she pulled her hand back. She knelt down and gently told me there was no need to apologize. Only then did I leave. Soon I found the expert. He looked at the scans and said, my dad's condition was serious. Surgery was urgent. I stood up and begged him to save my dad. Said I had no money, but once dad recovered, I would collect bottles to repay him. The expert was touched and agreed to operate for free. Just then, the woman returned with her grandfather. Asked the expert to check on him first. The expert said it was a minor case. Any doctor could do it, but the woman insisted he perform it. Claimed no one ever said no to her. The expert had no choice. He told me to find another doctor, then was taken away by the rich family. I tried to plead with them to let the expert operate on my dad first, but the rich family's bodyguards pushed me down. Not long after, my teacher arrived. She brought a bag of donations and many get-well cards from my classmates, reading their words. I couldn't stop my tears, but suddenly, my dad screamed in pain and fell off the bed. The doctor examined him and said his condition had worsened. Only the expert could do the surgery. Hearing that, my hands trembled in fear. Meanwhile, the woman was waiting for the expert to operate on her grandfather. Suddenly, her assistant ran in, said a little girl was begging the expert outside. She told them to give the girl some money and send her away. At that moment, I was kneeling at the gate of the rich family's mansion. Someone walked past, dropped a wad of cash, and told me the expert was in surgery and would be